Hi everyone, Alex at Stronger Now. One question that we are asked often is, what is the difference between cardio and strength training? And a similar question, how is it that we choose how many reps to do of an exercise? Those two are related. So let's answer the first. Cardio is the main difference between these two exercise modalities is what you're telling the muscle and the body to change. When you are doing cardiovascular exercise, you are sending signals to the heart, to the veins, and to the muscles to improve the amount of oxygenation, the amount of what's called mitochondrial density, how many mitochondria are inside of a muscle, to improve the ability of those mitochondria to do whatever is specific to that method of cardio. So if you're doing running, for instance, over the course of an hour, you're improving the ability of those mitochondria to metabolize fat. Whereas when you're doing strength training, when you're progressively lifting heavier and heavier weight for usually a lower amount of reps, and I'll talk about that in a second, you're telling the muscle to increase the density of the myofibrils, if I'm going to use a fancy term, just the density of the muscle fibers. You're telling it to get better, basically, at pulling on the bones and creating more force against your outside world, whether it's a bag of dog food at Costco or a heavy filing cabinet you're trying to get out of your basement. So when we're looking at rep ranges, similarly, if you get too far away from lifting a heavy filing cabinet, which we can think of as like a 1 rep, right? You're not doing it 18 times. The further you get away from that use case where that's what you actually want to be strong for, the less specific you are talking to your body to tell it what it needs to change. So if we're doing things in a 20 rep range, where we're doing some amount of weight 20 times, well, you have to ask the question, how much is that like the way that you're going to use your body? How many times are you doing a heavy thing 20 times versus just grabbing a whole bunch of groceries and carrying them into the front door? So we try to, when we're talking about strength training, move toward a between 1 and 10 rep range, because that more closely imitates the way that our clients are going to use their muscles for an exertive activity in day-to-day life.